But I'm gonna wait to tell people we're back up until we've hit like the 3 or 4 minute mark, and we're going strong. This isn't even loading for me.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. 4 down. Check.
Hello? Oh.
It's run, fellas, run.
Okay.
No chance.
Well, we're moving right now. So a minute.
Let's go, D. It's gonna be a long day, offense. It's gonna be a long
See if we can get anywhere, or if it's gonna crash out after another couple minutes.
Come on, fellas.
We had 8 in here at one point, which was nice.
I know. That's why I want to fight.
I know.
It's looking decent enough on my side.
Yeah, but it's only been 2 minutes. I want to give it a little bit. Well, now it's starting to get a little choppy. Hmm.
How's it looking?
What are we at? How many minutes? 2:35. So let's give it another. At 3:30, I'll start telling people we're back if we're still moving strong. Maybe 4. I'll give it till 4. Oh, it did.
Oh. Yeah.
You saw that too, didn't you?
That glitch.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Tight right, Roger. We got three, fellas. We got 3.
Move back again. That's going to be a sack.
Man, just did not want to throw the ball.
Jake from your nut.
All right.
It's looking decent enough.
Yeah.
We got 4 down. That's all you got?
Throw the football from.
Not my house, baby. Not my house. Not my house.
Cool. All right, I've tagged people, letting them know we're back.
Okay. Cool.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
All right. So, again, I don't know how far I got into my last little spiel about what we were doing,
Yep.
but I'm just going to assume that people heard it, and if people didn't, then they can ask me later. Moving on, the draft is going to be this upcoming Friday at, I believe we said 8 o'clock Eastern. Might start a little earlier, 1900, but probably closer to 8. And looking forward to that. Have a lot of effort and time into building this draft presentation for y'all, so hopefully y'all can come in and appreciate it, pay attention, and welcome in these new players to the USFA. Let me see. On what else do we need? The move to Madden. You want to talk about that a little bit?
It
Just how
sucks.
we.
It sucks.
Yeah,
It
well.
sucks. It sucks. It sucks. But with all that suckage came a lot of progress. We've made a lot of strides in this, and hopefully you can see it a lot better than the last 2 times we tried to run the stream, but it's coming along nicely. There are some things, as you can see right there, we still got some assets to try to find within all of our available what's the word I'm looking for, details where we can actually set some stuff up. But outside of that, like, it's coming along very, very cool. As you can see, I've added a couple more jersey sets for a few teams. I'm still working on that. Give everyone a different look. Don't want everyone just have like one jersey set. That's boring as hell. So we're working on that. The files, for the most part, are done in regards to the rosters before the draft. So all we have to do is just, once we figure out who's getting drafted to who, all we gotta do is just create the players, put them on the team, and then set that up. So that's gonna be sweet to do. Just gonna go team by team, make it easy on me. And I'll knock those out as soon as I can. Let's see, more presentation type stuff like the fields. I've been posting that in the Madden Updates channel. If you have not seen it, it's a fun journey for sure. To watch that go down and look that boy run, look at the juke move. But but boy, Aaron Witten doing his thing. But yeah, like just small things that's coming along. We still have a good amount of time to where we can find more things to change up and fix right before we actually get to week number 1. Of course, we don't do preseason, so as soon as the lights are on, that is when you guys can do your best effort to make an impact on the field. And yeah, it's going to be a fun ride as we continue to learn this modding process, which has been a freaking pain, but nonetheless, it's getting better.
Speaking of updates and all that, updates will open back up at the start of the new year, the 2nd of January. So, for all you guys that are patiently waiting right now to update, don't put anything in, won't be accepted. All updates will be processed on the new sheets on January 2nd. So anything you put into your old sheets as of today, it will not work. Let's see, we have the we can talk a little bit about this. So the GMs are doing a playbook draft. And so what that means for people is just that in an effort to be fair, teams were randomly seeded for a draft, for playbooks. What that's going to look like in future seasons is it's going to be reverse of the standings. So where you finish in the standings will be where you pick in the playbook draft. So you finish last, you pick first in the playbook draft. That's just kind of how we're going to run it. And so, if you're going and asking your GM or whatever, oh, why don't you just run the Ravens offense, or why don't you just run this offense or that defense? They might not have drafted it. And results of that won't be disclosed to the public until after they're complete.
Mm-hmm. And it's a fun process seeing like how they're going to be drafting in comparison to how they're going to be drafting their players to fit those schemes. So it's going to be
Mm-hmm.
interesting process to watch that. Nice catch by Joseph, by the way. Shout out to AW. But yeah, it's going to be real fun to see like how these teams are going to mesh. Obviously, we're sticking with the base 32 NFL teams, so we're not doing any 4-6s or uh, spread or any of those playbooks, just to keep it as balanced as possible. Because I know
Yeah.
a couple of the outside NFL playbooks are kind of broken. So
Mm-hmm.
not going to be having that and all the good stuff. Time difference between the player draft and playbook draft. The player draft is starting on the 30th. The playbook draft has already started and it's past halfway part. Let's say.
Yeah, the playbook draft we are doing behind closed doors, not live, just because it's easier on the GMs that way.
Mm-hmm.
But the player draft is going to happen all on Friday.
Yep. All live, baby. So make sure you tune in to
Yes,
the
sir.
Twitch channel. And I did some of my best work. I'm not even gonna lie on doing the presentation stuff. So it's gonna be fun. He said it's skipping. It's not for me on my side. So it's looking pretty clean now.
Let's see. We have. What else do we have here? We are going to be working with the ECFL in order to get that USFA Bowl into like our fields, uh,
Mm-hmm.
at least as best we can. So don't have a whole lot of info or anything on that yet, but just something to keep in mind as we move forward. We are going to try and get that USFA Bowl game that they're doing hosted by our teams.
Say it one more time, just to be sure.
Oh, I was saying that the USFA Bowl game that the ECFL does, I'm going to try and set it up so that one of our teams hosts it every year.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how that's going to look yet. I don't have a lot of details on it yet, but I'll figure it out.
Oh yeah, and also keep in mind on this particular game, I do have bot players running along with the players that haven't been
Oh,
drafted to other people. So like Jake Fromm here, he has, I believe, a pocket quarterback set, so he isn't going to run a lot. So that's kind of the basis of what we're kind of dealing with now with that. But um, balanced and scrambling is more than likely going to be the top two quarterback choices to select for your player. Make sure you keep that in mind. But pocket's kind of broken, and that is out of our
will
capability.
yeah. Will the games be ran in quick play?
Yes, they will. There will be in play now. Quick presentation because we haven't yet figured out how to change the what's the word I'm looking for, the transitions. Like if stuff happens like a sack or a touchdown and stuff like that, it'll still show NFL stuff. So just to minimize that as much as possible, we're just gonna stick with quick prezi, and then yeah, it'll no franchise or anything like that. We've actually talked about that before we started this journey.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, but we thought just on the easier mindset, for us to keep up with everything, play now is our go-to.
Yep. And part of that is also like in franchise mode and whatnot, players will automatically get better over time.
Yeah,
And
that's
that's
true.
not something we're trying to do. We need to be able to control how players are progressing within the game, and franchise doesn't let you do that.
Thank you, Convict27. Looking forward to seeing you in the draft, pick, homie.
Absolutely. And welcome in, everyone. You're a touch late. At this point, we're taking questions on just kind of anything. If you have questions for us, feel free to shout them out. We will answer as we see them.
Just a quick note on my side. Of course, I believe my brother. But the quarter set that we're planning to do is well, we'll see if we could bump it up a little bit more, but it really depends on balancing the amount of plays and stuff like that. But what we're leaning right now is 12-minute quarters. Excuse me, 12-minute quarters and 12-second accelerated clock. Might bump it down a tad to 11, but haven't seen too much of a difference. It's been putting out a consistent 1 hour to 1 hour 15-minute game set, which is definitely best for me. So I can get the recordings in, assuming we don't have any more to help out with that. But it honestly it won't take long. Like by the time we're done with the stream, more than likely this game will be done.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of gameplay, a lot of fun. I've seen a lot of stuff. I've been seeing kickoff returns. I've been seeing interception returns, pick sixes. I've seen some really good plays by the quarterback. I've seen some major dots. Shaolin Bear, he's been one of the people that's been peeking in for the voice chat. Like there's a lot of real good gameplay that we've seen. And honestly, we still hate Madden. Do not get me wrong. We hate it. but
it's what y'all want,
it's
so we're gonna do it.
It's what y'all want, and all things considered, it's better CPU versus CPU as opposed to the other factors user and all that stuff. I'll give it credit where it's due. It's not a bad sim in regards to CPU.
Yeah. For the CSFA award show, that's going to be January 13th.
Sorry, say it again.
WFA official was asking when the CSFA award show was.
Oh, yes.
It's going to be January 13th.
Mm-hmm. We have the schedule and everything ready to go. We're sticking to it as best we can. Up to this point, we haven't had too many pushbacks, but this is a new realm. Like trying to figure out what is available for us, what we can do. And yeah, these are two of my favorite uniform sets I've made. Most definitely. Especially the Charlotte Purple. That is it's so fucking clean. No team looks like them. And of course the swagged out. Oh, that should be a pick. But but the swagged out New York Mafia with the wine and cream set. It's just.
So season 7 will officially start January 18th. And the plan for scheduling is we're going to do a Wednesday through Saturday schedule. So 10 teams, that means 5 games a week, 1 game every day, and 2 on Saturday. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we get a game, and then 2 on Saturday. And that's that. We will have something for you guys for the Christmas and New Year thing, just with the way that we've been trying to get out these new sheets. Made it kind of difficult to do that. So
how do we do the playoffs?
Playoffs are going to be based on conference, and it's going to be the top 3 from each conference make the playoffs. So 6 teams total make the playoffs. Top 3 from the East and top 3 from the West. Number 1 seed on both conferences will get a first round bye, and then seeds 2 and 3 will play each other. So it should be
definitely a fun ride for sure. Oh, look at that hit though! Do you see my boy Preston though? I'm trying to tell you, this boy's a god.
So I think playoffs might take 2 weeks, maybe a week and a half at most. We'll see.
I think I think it will work out. Like, do the wild card. Well, all the games obviously are going to be on Twitch for the playoffs. No bullshit. Shouldn't have cursed, but it is what it is. This game makes me curse, but whatever. But I'm thinking like I don't know how to do it. But probably like Friday would be one. Will probably be one. What's wrong for one wild card game? Saturday will be another one, and then we'll do two division conference games on Friday the next week, and then Saturday the whole shebang for the United Bowl.
Yeah.
That could be a
Yeah.
suggestion. Canes 87.
Well,
I see you, homie. Welcome.
well, we'll work out the schedule in terms of how long playoffs will take. I'm gonna try and cram it in a single week, but
Mm-hmm.
it might not be.
If we
Well,
do
actually,
expect the games to be a little bit later, expect it.
yeah,
Could
and
be
I
a
mean
little
also we
earlier,
could
but
run. Yeah, we could run on a Sunday now because NFL won't
yeah,
be
that's
playing.
that's
So,
fair. Yeah, and then
uh,
I'm trying to see what else is on my side. But oh yeah, stats. That is a big thing. Working on the
oh
stat
yes,
sheet. So we're keeping a similar setup to what we have now. But the plan is after every game, and I'll show you if we get to the end of the game. But essentially, we got the stat sheets set up to where it's a Google form, and then we'll have people put those into the Google form. It'll compile into a particular Google spreadsheet, and then we have our man. Shout out to First Fray, who is going to be assisting me with this. And if you want to help, if you're good with that, please help. But we got this set up so where it'll compile all of the season stats, both from the team and the players side of things. So you can see the league leaders, you can see how the teams are doing. Um, we're putting that out pretty soon, all the good stuff. So we're not going to be losing anything like that. Hopefully, we could get like a solid crew of around 5 plus in order to do this. That would be really, really nice to do, especially if we can keep it updated week by week. That way, we don't have any lags or missing of stats by particular players. So, working
yeah,
on that. The career stats as well. If you don't already see the USFA career stats, I think the plan is to keep it similar to what we had so we could transfer everything over from the Axis era USFA to this one without it being too conflicting. And
yeah,
that is the game plan. So yeah, we'll work on that.
yeah. So the what I'm actually planning on doing is taking a page out of the goals playbook, and where they what they do is they will basically require at least one representative from every team to help out with stats, and they get paid for it. Don't get me wrong. And we'll pay you, I think, 3 TPE a a week to help out with that. So, but we'd want at least one person per team to help out, so that way we're not overloading people with, you know, responsibility.
Mm-hmm. No, it's team effort at
And
the
that
end of
is
the
a
day for sure. Yes.
Yeah, and that is another thing. We are going to be bumping our TPE weekly earning for jobs back up from 2 to 3. We dropped it down a little bit for Axis because it was getting too inflated too quick. With Madden, we have more attributes and more points that we need to accommodate. So we're gonna give you back a couple extra points each week. Um, for season rollover for all our current players. Um, that I'm a little bit behind schedule on that, but it should be done by next week at the absolute latest. And free agency will be updated by this week. Leaders board. What do you mean by leaders board? Like a career stats?
Oh, I'm back. Sorry about that.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
Had to get some
I
water.
was
The
asking.
boy was thirsty. Um,
No worries. I was asking Shaolin Bear what he meant by leaders board.
I don't know if he's referring to league leaders in regards to that. That's pretty much the player stats. Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We do have like a career leaders. We do have season stats and all that. So yes.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's on the works. I'd say we're close to halfway. Well, not close to halfway. We're past halfway done on at least the base part, and then it's just getting the
Mhm.
presentation for you guys to see, so you can look at all the good stuff. And then
Yep.
yeah, let's keep moving. What else we have?
I think at this point it's just questions. So if you guys have questions, throw them out there. We'll answer. Maybe we could do a bit of commentary on this current game.
We sure can.
I don't know who any of the players are, but
Yeah.
give people a taste of what to expect in weeks to come.
Yeah, we can definitely do that. I got time.
All right.
Did we answer the questions in the admin questions?
Do we have? Let me look. Admin questions. There really weren't any. I was asked if I knew who Candace was, and if we are actually moving to Madden, which we are.
We're definitely moving
No,
to
there weren't. Yeah. Jobs. So we have a couple different jobs. We have team updaters. We have league media. We have the stats team is going to become a job here pretty soon.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think those are our like big three jobs. Some teams are looking for like general managers and unpaid positions just to help you kind of get into the swing of things.
I
But
do
we
have
definitely
one.
have.
I do have one job, and it kind of ties into what everyone is seeing here. The ticker that's rolling. So I shout out to Wired first off for giving me the inspiration to make this, but we got the ticker rolling there. So it's pretty much a simple process. Pretty much you're keeping up with the league week by week, and you're just helping out with editing the specific forums so we could post on Twitch and YouTube, so you can so everyone keep up with what's going on in the league and everything like that. Um, it's a real simple process. All you have to do is just have a GIMP. Since I don't know if Photoshop can actually take the GIMP files, I'm not 100% sure off the top of my head, but if you do have GIMP, I can send you the files and the folder that I've been making, so you can actually edit the teams and the scores and the power rankings, all the good stuff. So just so you could help me out because it will be a pain for me to do as well. I'm not even going to lie to you. So if you can assist on that, that would be cool. TPE is total points earned. That is the currency or the league type of currency that you use to upgrade your players week by week.
Aaron, if you want to get into a job, just shoot me a DM. I can help you work that out. In terms of who is all on the commissioner's board, that would be myself, Stacks, and First Fray.
Mm-hmm.
What we are looking for on that,
what a move there.
Active, helpful.
That boy
active, helpful, stepping up to the plate, really, helping out. Now that's really what we look at is how much you're putting in to help us.
He said, "Okay, yeah, we'll go over in VC for you. That's fine. Isn't that too crazy though? It's real simple."
No.
So think of Elite Coin is for ECFL as TPE is to us. That's kind of the basics of it all. Except it goes up by one as opposed to like thousands and stuff. So, unless you make up to 1,000, then you're a goat. You know what I'm saying? You got 1,000 TPE, then you're a goat. So yeah, we'll go over that.
Not anymore, but now you probably need to get like 2,000 to be a goat.
Oh yeah. True. Because there's so many attributes. And speaking of attributes, that is a good transition for me too. There's a lot of attributes that we're moving to since we are going to Madden and everything like that. One thing we did touch on, it's going to be a fun ride to see how the ECFL guys are going to manage that TPE that they're given. Is going to be an interesting sight, I must say.
Yeah, and I mean, I wouldn't be like too terribly
look at that,
like worried about it. He gone.
Touchdown, Charlotte.
No, so as much as I love seeing that, um, what are the do's and don'ts as a player, also an owner? As a player, be respectful and be engaged. Well, we'll get kicked out of the league. You'd have to really try to get kicked out of this league. You really have to try.
I mean, this
And
is like the
then
basics, you know, like racism and
yeah, don't be
like
racist.
don't be that guy. Pretty
Yeah,
much.
pretty much.
Don't be that
Uh,
guy.
Kane's single. You know, I'm single too, but you know, I'm engaged with this league, so take that as you will.
Engage on these nuts.
Hey.
See, that will
Can't
get you
be
kicked
telling them
out.
that.
But I'm an admin, so I can say what the hell I want. Just kidding. Just kidding. But no, seriously, like no, it's just a simple thing. You know, treat people the way you want to be treated. Do not act like you're better than anyone. Uh, it's cool to be what's the word I'm looking for? Not cocky,
It's
but
cool
you
to,
know.
you know, you talk your trash,
Yeah, there you
whatever.
go. That's what I was thinking. So yeah, talk to trash. Like I loved it. I love it. Me personally, I'm petty. I'm petty as hell. Like I don't know if y'all heard that story about last
Mm-hmm.
night, but I went through
Oh man.
some mess last night. But we ain't gonna talk about that. We talking about the USFA and but you know, like just be respectful with it. Don't act like you're better than any and everyone, and like you're God's gift to the earth and some
Yeah.
stuff like that. You know, just like you could be a diva, but there's ways to do it without just making it
Yeah.
not fun for everyone else. So, yeah,
Exactly.
that's really about it. Look at you launching
So,
it, and you got it. Nice.
sheesh.
Yeah, we don't want none of those
Um.
type of feelings, bro. Like that is, you know, we don't do hurt feelings over here because
No.
in the long run, me and Caboose really give zero Fs at the same time. We're not here
Mm-hmm.
to baby you as well, because most of this
Yeah.
is
We ain't.
easy and like you should already know like how to treat other people and how to be respectful to other people before you get here.
Yeah.
Don't act like you never
Oh,
had any
what's
type
the
of social
line in
skills.
talking crap? The line is like
I scored.
don't be a racist asshole.
I scored 3 touchdowns. I got over 200 receiving yards, and I smashed your mom.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But
That was
don't.
kind of tame. That was kind of tame, wasn't
It was very tame. But
it?
like basically, the line is don't be a racist asshole.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
If someone starts getting upset, back off.
hmm But what if I'm telling my son that? I mean, well, that's between your
Well,
family. I mean, you're part of the USFA family, so it is what it is.
yeah. So
I
I
mean, and you're perfectly
it's just
fine to
common
son
sense.
other people in the league too. I son a whole bunch of people all
Yeah,
the time. Like
absolutely.
Church is my
Yeah,
son, Pablo's my son. How many sons I
I
got?
don't know about
Caboose
that.
is my
I,
son.
I
He
don't
just happens to
know.
be ahead of me in the grand scheme of things, but he's still my son because he's younger than me.
I,
Fuck
I
you,
ain't your
noob.
son. I'm like I'm your brother from another mother.
Yeah, sure, why not? Just kidding. Nah, that's my boy right there, Caboose, man. We went through a lot of stuff
Anyway.
going through this league. So once again, just thanks to all you guys for supporting us. We're going to get a lot better
Mm-hmm.
for you guys for sure. As you can see, the quality of the game is already better. Just going off of access to Madden, and we could talk a little bit about access if you want. But unless you want to stick with to Madden, but
Oh, we can talk about Axis if people want to hear about Axis. Unfortunately, they kind of fell off a cliff, to put it nicely.
I mean, you can make the argument they didn't really fall. I mean, they just made very, very small improvements to where it wasn't good for us as a league to continue using. Because I still love me some Axis. I love Danny and the rest of the crew over there. Shout out to them. They have something cooking. It's just not at that level, that peak level, to where we can not necessarily just profit off of, but also to give you guys the best product, which is the one main reasons why we did this too, is to give everybody the best sim league experience possible. And yeah, it's just a matter of the fact that Madden looks better. It has that gloss feel. Make sure that it's looking good. We've done a lot of work in the back end to make it look even better. That's including other mods that we did not make. You kind of see it a little bit like on the arms there. The sweat is looking a little glistening. I did that. The sleeves and all that stuff to get a little better look. Just nice small quality of life stuff. The snow is going to be looking get a lot better. We're going to have a real big snow games and all that stuff is going to be fun.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of stuff that we've been putting in for this. But once again, thanks to Axis for 6 great seasons. 6 great seasons of great football. Um, we wouldn't be this far without Axis.
Yeah.
Because we were dreading to stay away from Madden in the beginning when we first was talking about games to use. We said Madden, we just said screw it, nope.
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
we've seen what Axis was doing, and it worked out for when it did. But time to take the next step of the league's development. Yeah, I liked it too, Aaron. I liked it too. I still like it. I'm still gonna be playing it. Like I might do your occasional. Well, we still got a game to play, in Nexus.
Do we?
I thought we were
Oh
doing the
yeah, we do.
the Pro
Yeah.
Bowl.
So yeah, all the Pro Bowls will be held on Axis because I don't want to make them on Madden. I just don't want to do that.
Yeah, yeah. So we're keeping we're keeping Nexus in our fold in some capacity, which is awesome. Um, let me see what else we got. I'm trying to see if there's anything else. I'm planning on buying a couple other things for the stream. Like I'm going to get a new microphone sometime within the next week or so. I think it sounds good now, but I want it better, and I want it like closer to my face, so I'm not like breaking my back leaning over to talking to the mic. Um, so small quality of life stuff that's going to make it a lot better for you guys, better for us, better for us to give you that product that you've been looking for. Um, we got 10 teams, but as it's looking, we're more than likely going to expand after that.
Yes. Thank you. Oh, okay, get Canes out of here. Go Army. Get the hell out of here.
imagine like saying good stuff about the Army, bro. Imagine. And this
Jeez.
is coming from a coastie.
Like, legit, go get back in your vehicle convoy and give yourself some more radiation poisoning, why don't you?
But no, so yeah, we're talking about expansion.
Yeah.
I know Shaolin was one of the people that reached out. But yes, we are planning to expand again. Um, well, how many?
Current,
Yeah.
yeah, currently we're thinking of 2 teams should be enough, but that could change based on how large this draft size is coming into next season. So as soon as I get the numbers on next season's um, draft class, I'll be able to figure out how many teams we'll actually need. Um, if you're interested in becoming a uh, owner here, there is a small fee to get in the door, but that covers all of your all the costs for making the team because it's not free to make these teams.
At all.
Okay,
I think next season is small. I think we have about 25 to 35 juniors, well, seniors now.
seniors. Okay,
So
so if it's pretty small like that, then
might keep what we have.
yeah. So we might keep what we have. We might not. I'm not sure. We'll have to see what rosters look like and what all that other stuff looks like. But oh my gosh, 2 seasons after 70 plus, wonderful. Um,
You love to see it.
so incoming senior classes. the goal is to have active players occupying all of the major spots. Quarterback, running backs 1 and probably 2 will be active. The top 3 wide receivers are active. Tight end 1 is active. And then the O line is going to be bots because you guys don't do bots, or don't do O line. D line, 3 or 4 D line based on how many linebackers you have. 3 or 4 linebackers based on how many D line you have. All active. Top 2 corners are active, and the top free safety and top strong safety are active. Anything beyond that can be a ghost or a filler. Just because they're on the field less, they're not getting as much love from the sim. We don't want to have backups be active people because it kind of defeats the point. But we want to, if we start getting to the point where all the teams are filling up on spots, that's when we're going to expand. And we probably will expand by 2 regardless next season, just because this is a very large draft class, and I don't know how many spots are going to be left just from this particular draft class. So we'll see how things play out, how many people actually come over, be active. But the plan is for right now to expand by 2 teams for Season 8, and then probably another 2 to 4 teams in Season 9, based on incoming draft classes. And then once that'll put us at, 16 teams?
Yeah.
Potentially?
Yeah.
So we'll kind of go from there. But, obviously this is subjective to change just based on incoming numbers, incoming ghosts, or people that leave, people that comes, etc., etc. So lots of play in the plan.
Mm-hmm. Where's Super Bowl going to be at? I need to start calling clubs for my after party celebration. Well, we already have a list.
Bowl.
We already have a list.
I can pull it up.
Yeah.
Season 7. The Season 7 United Bowl is going to be held in Arizona.
We're going to go to all the Phoenix, all the Arizona colleges, hit the frat parties, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I did it.
Yep. So, I'm sure Canes will have a front row seat there, given that he's the athletic director of Arizona State Sun Devils out there in ECFL.
So I forgot to say about the draft. We didn't talk about the draft, but tentative, even if it all falls down, it's just going to be me and Caboose on commentary and presentation.
No, it is not. No, it is not.
Oh, it changed up? Oh, I didn't check. Okay,
Yeah,
so we got
this draft.
for this draft.
No. It never changed. You just got it mixed up.
Wait.
This draft,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to be shutting up, and you're going to be running production.
Okay.
So that way you can figure out how to run a timer and keep it consistent.
Yeah, I could do that. That's easy.
Okay.
I figured it out.
And doing the behind the scenes swapping of.
Yeah. So pretty much everything they see is going to be done by him.
Everything that you see is going to be done by him, or put up by him.
Mm-hmm.
Commentary is going to be run by Canes, probably myself a little bit, and someone else that Canes brings in.
Okay. Cool. Sounds good.
So, and we're going to do a dry run of that tomorrow, just as a practice, to make sure we got everything down pat for you.
Mm-hmm. And
cool. Aaron's in.
Oh, that's hot. And also, speaking of commentary, still we can also use some for the games.
Yes.
Because at that point it's really just me right now, which I
Mhm.
don't have any problem doing, but I could do kind of the same thing as I'm doing kind of right now. I'll just run the game in the Discord for you to watch. You get the recording, and then I post up to YouTube, all the good stuff, so everyone can see what is happening week by week. And then when it's game time, it will be posted on YouTube or Twitch, and more than likely I'm going to be on Twitch on all the games, just because you want to hear more from me. And what else? I think it was really the main ones though.
Let's see.
So yeah,
Yeah,
if you want to
and
join the
Zachary,
commentary, come through.
yeah, talk to Sax if you want to join game commentary. Uh, Times and days. So the draft is going to be Friday at 8 o'clock at the latest. Might start at 7, but probably 8 o'clock. Um, the dry run isn't going to be streamed. It's just going to be like a practice run. We're going to kind of go through it by ourselves off the air, so that way
We know what we're
we
doing.
can, yeah. And then games are going to be Wednesday through Saturday, maybe Sunday after the NFL season. Yes, there is a salary cap, Earl. This season it is 65 million.
65 mil.
Yes, sir.
Um, let's see. Want to do a little review of last season, season 6, or
We can, yeah.
a small review? Don't gotta go too crazy.
Yeah, so basically St. Louis started strong and then ended poorly. Um, Finished 9-3. Charlotte started strong, ended poorly, ended 6-6. Huntington Beach started terribly, ended great. Finished, what were you, like 7-5?
Yeah, like started the
And
season
then
0-4, and then end up winning the whole shebang. Only lost one game on the way to winning the big game. So really good
yeah,
job.
yep. And then, what was it, Tacoma? They were like 50-50 the entire year.
Mm-hmm.
Arizona and Pittsburgh were Arizona and Pittsburgh doing Arizona and Pittsburgh things at the bottom. Um, Sorry, man, I am sick. There is no such thing as excitement in my voice right now. So,
And then we're closing out the CSFA. Shout out to them, holding us down for 6 straight seasons. I know the first 2 seasons were some trying
oh
times.
man, those were some rough seasons.
Those are rough, but once the players got updated, it really turned out to be really, really great. All the way through, we've seen some great rivalries, some great games, and they're all on the YouTube channel. I'm going to be doing something like a top 25 Axis era games. Both CSFA and USFA might not be that long. Could be like maybe 15 or 10 or something. But if we got a lot, then I won't hesitate to throw it on. Just
Yeah,
because why not? It's just a playlist. It is what it is. We do our
yeah.
thing here, and yeah. Shout out to them and
And,
shout out to the essays that's going up to BGMs now.
yep.
You see one of the teams here, one of our expansion teams, the New York Mafia, who is apparently a fan favorite in the ECFL. Um, Seeing all that drip in there, I don't blame them. I don't blame them. It's a nice feed.
That's a
But
nice feeling.
um, try to see if there's anything else. But yeah, they're going to be GMs now, so it's going to be interesting to see how they play against seasoned veterans at the GM spots, like
Yeah.
yourself, Turks, and
Mm-hmm.
everything like that. So gonna be fun ride to see that, and yeah, still.
Yeah, good times. Um, that should pretty much wrap it up. I'm gonna try and drag this out for a few more minutes so that way we can end this game and show you all what the stats are looking like, because I know we mentioned that earlier.
Most definitely.
Um, so bear with us just a little bit so that if you're interested in doing stats, you can kind of see what we're looking at, what we'd be asking. But see, salary cap, yeah, that's we talked about that. It adjusts every year. Oh man. What am I missing? What are your guys' favorite teams? I want to know.
Yeah, what are you guys so far for what you've seen? What y'all like? And so far, New York is definitely looking like one of my personal faves in regards to the uniforms, like we said before, along with Charlotte.
Mm-hmm.
Charlotte has turned out very, very nicely, in my opinion, for their uniform sets. Let me see who else. Anchorage is definitely one of my favorites for sure. With that, with the monochrome and gray setup that they have, it's looking pretty nice. What else we got? Field wise, Dallas is looking like my favorites. Dallas is looking like one of my favorites. How I changed the stanchions for where the
Mm-hmm.
jumbotron was to the green, and I took off the Dallas logo, put the Cowboys logo off, and put ours on.
Mm-hmm.
Good old Dragons doing their thing. What's another good? Tacoma's field is turning out better. I know I've seen a little bit in the Pro League info chat talking about how like the red field could be a little bright, but I've tuned it on my own time, so where it's not like crazy, crazy, crazy bright.
Yeah, it used to be brighter.
Yeah, it
Believe
used
it
to
or
be
not.
a lot worse. The pictures really don't do it justice. I honestly should have played it just so you could kind of get a feel of it, but we could do that another time. Um, let me see.
Yeah.
But it looks a lot better for sure. Getting that ready to go. What else? What about yours? What are your favorites so far?
Mine, man, mainly just because I put so much time and effort into it. But the Huntington Beach field,
Oh yeah, that's clean. Yeah,
uh, mainly, like I said, I put how many hours into that one specific field?
you
Wasn't worth
put
it.
you can make the argument you put more time on the field lines than you did on the most of the other fields.
Probably. Um,
Also, it
let's
sucks
see.
for Charlotte right now, getting beasted on right now by the Mafia, who has nothing but
Yeah,
bots. That's crazy. And Preston
it's
Dotson.
because Vic. Yeah, it's because Vic kind of didn't show up.
I mean, he's
But
always the scapegoat. You know what I'm saying? Like,
pretty much. I know I did a lot for Tampa Bay and their stadium, so I kind of like that.
mm-hmm,
My favorites are based on how much time and effort I put into them,
mm-hmm,
honestly. So, Tampa, Huntington Beach. I like Charlotte just because they're my team.
mm-hmm.
Mafia, I still despise their logo, but make up for it with better uniforms.
Yes, the Pittsburgh logo does go hard. I'm not even gonna lie. Yes.
So,
What a hit. um, but what is what else? Arizona's jerseys are so nice.
I don't really like Arizona's
I
jerseys.
like them a lot. I don't know why, but especially their black set that I made, it's so clean. Their blackouts, it looks so nice. But what else we got?
You want to do some early season predictions for season 7?
Early season predictions. I think
Who wins?
who wins it all?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give credit where credit is due. I think Charlotte is the team to beat from an overall standpoint from how they was last season to now, and
Mm-hmm.
they have the least amount of holes to fill, and they have the draft picks to be able to hit those holes. So as long as you draft good, I think Charlotte has a really good chance to run in the table. You see that dude hurdle and
Okay.
make the tackle? That's pretty crazy. But yeah, you're good.
I mean, I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to say Charlotte no matter what because I
Oh,
know just how much. Oh, son of a bitch. I know that we're going to be a lot better than what this current game is showing.
Oh yeah, and keep in mind the player stats. They won't be reflected to what we see in the game. Obviously, we have a lot of bot players here for the Mafia. Charlotte has some bot players, and a lot of the running backs have the lowest available carry, which is 50. So
Yep.
obviously, they're going to fumble a little bit more. So that'll be tuned up. That'll be tuned up when we get more players, and it's going to be a little bit lot easier to see.
Yep. So we're just winding down the clock here so we can show you guys the stats, and then we'll call it a day. Unless you guys got more questions. If you have more questions, ask away.
Ask away. And that should be the last play.
Yeah, it should be.
Okay, let's do it. And I'm still tidying up a few things here. You still see the Giants and Panthers and stuff like that, but we'll get those
Yeah.
changed before the season starts. But essentially, what I'm going to do at the end of each game, I'm going to be going to the team stats here. And then I have the Google spreadsheet to pretty much go down the line for all of these stats. So I'm just going to go down each line just to make sure that it's covered. Then we go to the player stats. Got the passing, of course. We have the Google Sheet for that. So I'm just going to scroll over so you can see everything. And it's going to be on video, so you can always like rewind and go back to make sure that you put the right information in and all the good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then got the rushing, of course. Just going quick scroll. Whatever works for you. Quick scroll. All the good stuff.
Yeah. So
Receiving.
screenshots and video between the two is how we're going to do stats, and then what we need people to do is hand jam those in to a sheet.
Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna
So
split the teams up for the receiving since there's normally a lot of receivers that get a catch and stuff. So I'm just gonna split up the team. Same for no worry about blocking, but defensive. Obviously, I'm gonna split that up. Go over, and
why not
then
blocking?
because
What's wrong
there's
with blocking?
they're I'll show you. They show pancakes, but it's mostly just offensive line. Like I haven't been seeing too many tight ends get one. Actually, I haven't seen one tight end get a pancake. It's all been these. And
Gotcha.
then on we show just sacks allowed, and it's like it doesn't really matter. They're bots. So
Gotcha.
so defense. I'm just gonna go through each player. Well, each set of players and all that good stuff, and then the kicking on both sides. Go through. I'll just do both normally, so I can scroll through all of them. And yes, we will be checking to see who are the deadliest kickers from distance. Now that we have the distance set up for the stats, that's going to be nice to see. Um, Punting, same thing. Obviously, the kicker and the punter is going to be the same player. And
Yep.
kick return, punt return, and then that's more like going to be the end of it. I could scroll through the scoring summary if you want. We haven't done anything in regards to like maybe see who scores most in the fourth quarter or the first half or whatever. We haven't done that yet, but could be something we could add a little bit later if we finish everything on the basics part of things. So, yeah, that's really about it there. And then I could go over maybe a highlight or two, but
All right.
and everything like that.
Well, unless you guys got any last minute questions, I'll give you guys a minute to put those in. And if there aren't any, we will go ahead and wrap this up.
Yes. Trying to see if I can find that kick return for a touchdown.
That was Joseph in the second quarter.
Is this it? No, the sack. It was in the second quarter? I don't see it.
It was. Yeah, we can jump over to VC here in a sec.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it was that one.
Was it first?
Oh, you know what? It was the third quarter. We didn't score in the first quarter.
I did not. That was a big pass. Booker. Okay, let's try it. I'm gonna find it. Cause I know it happened.
All right. Well, all right. There are no further questions, so let's wrap this thing up.
Yes, sir. So once again, thanks again for stopping by. We got more work to do. We're gonna go straight into
Passed it.
the.
Go back down. Go down. You passed it.
Did I?
Yeah. Just go slower. For a 1-yard touchdown?
Nah, that ain't it. It's somewhere, yo. It's one of these.
It's all right. It's all right.
Yeah. Oh, found it. There you go. Let me see.
Okay. We'll watch this and then take it off.
And that boy running. That boy running. Good job, Joseph, to close out the set. But we'll set it up here. We'll take it to the VC, and we'll do a little bit more work as we always do. But once again, thanks for stopping by. Make sure you follow. Shout out to the homies that followed during this stream here. And we're going to keep this one moving. Make sure you stand by for the homies. The draft is coming Friday. We'll see you then. Best of luck to all of the draftees and future USFA players. And for Caboose, this is your boy Stacks. We are out, and we out here.